Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to cover the safest jobs in data in the UK for 2025 and onward. There has been a lot of discussion about AI taking over jobs, what jobs will disappear soon, which one will stay, and all this kind of discussion. But today I want to share with you, based on data and what I found on the internet, exactly the trends, what's happening right now, all the layoffs, the trending data roles and the less trending ones. I'm gonna share with you everything right now, so let's jump into my computer. Okay, here we are on my screen. We're in IT Pro, and it says here that more than a third of UK tech leaders admit they've cut staff in favor of AI, but now they regret making hasty redundancies. So recently, a lot of CEOs and founders, they decided to switch to using AI. But as you can see, 55 of them already regret the fact that they've had so many layoffs. The thing is, there is a trend of AI, and a lot of people think they can just reduce their workforce by just using any random AIs, but they quickly saw that those AI agents are not as powerful as human beings at the moment. So that's something I wanted to mention first. Here, if we jump into the most in-demand jobs, and we can see that a lot of things that are AI related are the ones that are in demand. We can see machine learning engineers, we can see also data scientists, we can also see AI ethicists and policy experts, robotics engineers with AI integration, natural language processing specialists, and all these things that touch into the AI field, computer vision, deep learning experts, and all these things. But we're gonna dive into each and every one of the specialty right now and see what are the real statistics on them. If we look at the government UK website, ons.gov.uk, we can see that there is a downward trend in terms of vacancies. The number of vacancies have decreased dramatically since 2022, and it only keeps on going down. And this year we've seen 1.8% below. So this year we've seen an estimated decrease of 15,000 roles, as we can see in here. Just shows that yes, the trend is real and there are less vacancies nowadays. There are a lot of contracts and not full-time jobs. So if we jump into this website here and we can look, let's start with data analysts in here. Let me zoom in. So if you go just to itjobswatch.co.uk, you can type any role and you can see the trend for that role. And here we can see that for the past 6 months, the data analyst role rank dropped by 53. We can see that permanent jobs have decreased year on year, which is not a great trend overall. We can also see the salary from 25,000 up to 77,000, and we can also see the UK salaries if it's in London or if it's outside of London. Here we can see excluding London median. This is what we find. And what's interesting is that we can look at permanent positions and also we can look at contracts. And this graph is very interesting. So we can see here, if we look in here, that starting from end 2024, there is an increase in contract and there is a decrease in permanent job, which is quite massive decrease if we can see in here. And the salaries, we can see that the salaries keep on going up and up slightly, but that's the trend. If we jump into data science more, we can see that data science is stagnating a bit. So 500 last year, 455, 480, which is good, meaning that it's still kind of roughly the same demand for data scientists. If we look at the salary, we go from 42k to 93k. Obviously depends on the city, the industry, the years of experience. But what's interesting is to look again at this chart where we can see the contracts have increased since 2023 and keep on increasing. And we can see that the permanent roles have been decreasing overall. So this shows that a massive trend of contracts, and the reason for it, also the salary, we see that the salary hasn't been increasing that much overall, which is not great with the inflation, but that's a different topic. But here we have a clear trend on contracts, and the thing is, A lot of companies now are afraid of investing too much into new skilled employees, thinking that there might be AI solution that is going to do that work for a way cheaper price. And that's why now they just hire short term just to do some sort of solution, and then you just go and find another contract to work on. If we look at data engineering, we can see that data engineering, the ranking has here, it says improved from last year. I wonder why it says dropped. Oh, sorry, it dropped the ranking by 98. We can see the prices from 47 to 115,000 overall. As I said, depends on the city and everything. And here again, this is massive. We can see a drop in permanent positions and an increase in contract. And we can see this trend in more jobs. So we saw data analyst, data scientist, data engineer. Now, if we look at MLOps, we can see increase in MLOps. We can see all things are green, higher salaries, and we can see the permanent jobs have increased because people now need MLOps, ML engineers, AI engineers, everything that touches into building AI solutions for companies. And you can see here is the first one that we have, the permanent jobs are increasing. If we look at ML engineer, also increased, kept on increasing for the past years. The salaries are quite high, from 75,000 to 100,000 pounds. And here we can see that the permanent role have increased so much in beginning of 2024 and have been dropping a little bit now. And this shows the volatility of the market. What yesterday seemed like a great opportunity might not seem today, and especially with AI. Every day there is a new solution. It makes you think, do we still need data analysts? Do we still need machine learning engineers? The thing is, we always need them, and that's the importance of upskilling all the time and staying relevant. If we look at AI engineers, they have been increasing as well over the years, and the salaries are even higher overall. And if we look at the trend, we can see that this domain of expertise is fresh and quite new. So in 2023, look at the spike. The spike is massive. We have a lot of permanent roles and we have even more contracts. And why contracts are more than permanent roles in this case is because a lot of companies still don't trust fully this AI engineering stuff. So they'd rather give it a contract, and then if the solutions work, they will either hire for other contract or bring someone internally with a permanent position. So yeah, as you can see, the trends, some go down, some go up, and everything that has AI in it or anything that has the potential of contributing to AI is upward trending. Everything else is down trading, unfortunately. And the thing is, it's not because we see that data analyst jobs are going down that they're not relevant. It just means that they will be more competitive and more difficult to get into. But that's definitely not the end of the world, and this is more of a signal for us and for you to start to upskill more towards things that might benefit you and benefit your career in terms of income, in terms of getting those jobs and all those things. So I hope by this video you get a better and clearer picture of what's going on in the job market in data in the UK. And I showed you graphs and numbers. I didn't tell you anything that comes from me. I'm not here to give you an advice on what's going on. I'm just sharing the same numbers that I saw myself, and hopefully they can benefit you as well to stay informed on what's going on. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and share any comments about your industry or things that you struggle with. I'd be happy to read and comment on all of them. And if you're interested to see a day in the life of a data analyst working remotely from the UK, I've made a video that will just link in the comment section or somewhere in here, so you can go and watch it.